was a boy who I had known who was at the hospital for months and months and months. And he had to be in his room. He couldn't leave his room because he was so sick. And I think he'd been there for about 6 months. And we visited him there. And every time we visited, he kind of was just in the bed, staring off. And he started to get sicker and sicker. And he was a patient that, you know, lots of times when they live in hospital, they don't want to go anywhere else, right? We managed to get him here. And his doctor has been his doctor for years and years, since he was little. And so he came here, and I don't think the nurses at the hospital almost didn't believe me until I showed them photos, but I was like, well, I came to visit, he was sitting in the kitchen baking cookies with Roxy. And I was like, he's out of his room? And it was the first time in 6 months that he wanted to do any kind of activity. And I was just flabbergasted, and his little brother was baking cookies and they were doing something together. That memory for me just embodies exactly who we are, right? You know, we have this magical ability with the work of everybody who works in this building and outside this building to somehow allow these children to bake cookies when they were so sad they couldn't even leave their room. So, and then they never want to leave. So, so yeah, that's a story that has always been ingrained in me.
So I actually have a story from residency, which is kind of the reason why I did pediatric palliative care. It was a prenatal consult that we did with a mom whose baby was very, very sick and was likely not gonna survive birth. And it was just, I think, the most impactful experience I've had. We were able to help make some great memories for her with a little soundtrack of the baby's heartbeat. And that always kind of stuck with me. And that was actually an example that still kind of sticks with me, even though since being here I've had some other great experiences, but I think that'll always stay in my heart.